Welcome. In today's video, we are talking about why are you still repelling wealth and abundance, even if you are doing everything right, even if you are doing all the mindset work, visualization, affirmation, journaling, you're doing everything, and yet your outside 3D reality does not reflect abundance, does not reflect prosperity. Here's the thing. We are not manifesting based on the amount of work we are doing. It doesn't matter if you are visualizing, journaling, you are doing the inner work, you are working on your mindset. Because if you still believe that in some capacity you are not able to receive wealth and abundance, if you still believe this even on subconscious level, you are basically coded for luck. It's not what you want that you attract and manifest in 3D reality. It's who you literally are on your vibrational level. This is frequency game. And it's not necessarily the beliefs that you have, but it's what you feel about you. And it's about specific codes in your field that are right now present that are actually influencing your 3D reality. It's literally your geometry. To change the field, you will change the matter. This is something that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza. You want to change the matter, change the field. Change the pattern in the field, you will change the matter. What we want to do here, we want to change the field. We want to change these patterns. We want to change your geometry so you can actually witness different 3D reality. Now, when it comes to wealth, when it comes to abundance, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about full spectrum, multidimensional abundance, where you have abundance of everything, abundance of wealth, love, money, freedom, harmony, happiness, purpose, all of it. We're talking about all of it. This is true abundance. So what's happening is that if you're someone who is doing the work, you're doing the manifestations, you're doing the mindset work, you're doing everything, you are the high achiever type. Been there, done that. You're doing everything and you're still wondering what's going on, why is it not happening for me? Pause. I want you to pause because this is not about the amount of effort. It's not about the amount of mindset work. It's not about the affirmations you do, visualizations you do. It's really about accepting new level of being and consciously entering to do this new level of being and accepting this new level of identity. But when I talk about identity, because on my channel I talk a lot about identity, I don't necessarily mean that simple identity shift that you're going to write it on a paper and now you're going to affirm it and now you're going to pretend and fake it till you make it. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is literally rewiring these codes in your field and stepping into different timeline. And this is achieved by tuning into that frequency. And this is achieved by changing the way you feel. This is so important. That's why Neville Goddard is talking about the feeling. Feeling is the secret. Because without feeling, you can really activate these new codes. The thing is to realize that trying, working hard is controlling. Trying, working hard is controlling. Number two is to understand that you are part of that beautiful co-creation. You are always co-creating with the field, with the source. And once you understand that it's not just you, you are not that separated being from the rest. You're actually part of the rest. And you're part of this beautiful, vast intelligence that is guiding everything, even you and everything around you. Then you can start using this beautiful power and co-create anything you want because you're not separated from that creation. And that's the moment you can actually surrender. Deep surrender is the key here. Deep surrender is so connected with your feminine energy. And that feminine energy is so connected with that beautiful flow of abundance and overflow. And so when you are able to actually surrender and trust the process more, you are able to relax into it. And when you relax into it, it can come to you. And this is the exact opposite of what you've been doing so far. And again, I'm speaking from my experience as a high achiever woman, lawyer, super highly analytical being who was trying to control everything in my life, in my business, in my finances, in my personal life, until I realized that I cannot control it. And the moment I dropped the control and I surrendered, I started to manifest with ease. And it was actually very much magical experience because I finally let universe co-create with me. And I realized that all those years I was actually the one who was blocking it. Because the truth is that you, my dear, is child of God, and universe or God or source, whatever you want to call it, wants you to have it all, literally. All of it. All of it. Love, deep sacred union, divine parenting, family, wealth, abundance, freedom, joy, everything, all of it. But you are the one who needs to stop blocking it. And the way we are blocking it oftentimes is connected to the nervous system. Our nervous system is used to perform. My nervous system was certainly used to performing. I was this high level achiever, performer. I was so used to performing. And every time I would just relax, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was actually in the state of depression because I was used to constant performance, right? High achievers have this need to perform, achieve bigger things. That's when they feel good enough. But that was actually something that was causing later on anxiety, panic attacks, because it was dysregulation within me, this regulated nervous system within me that was showing me that no, I can't do it by myself. I have to learn how to surrender. And the moment I surrendered, I realized that, oops, it's happening on its own and I don't have to control everything. So my question to you right now is, how can you relax into this new belief that it can be that easy? Can you accept that it can be actually easy? Can you accept that new you, that new version of you, who is actually receiving with ease, who is receiving with love, who is receiving with joy, without just proving, performing, doing? Because the proving, performing, and constant doing is coming from place of you that does not feel good enough, that does not feel worthy enough. The moment you start feeling worthy to receive, good enough to receive, you start receiving. So this is all self-love game. The identity mismatch is another reason why you are not receiving abundance. You want to be the woman who is receiving 100K months, 500K months, and so on, whatever the number is for you. But you are not her, because part of you is afraid to receive, to be that big. Because part of you feels if you go that big, what are they going to say? You're going to lose some people. You might lose some family members. You might actually trigger some people, because let me tell you something, you are going to trigger some people. That's just the way it is. You will always trigger some people, especially as you grow and expand. It's just a natural impact, because suddenly you will be shifting. So what part of you is afraid to expand and fully step into this new identity, fully embody her? And why are you afraid? And if you can actually define it, that's going to help you to release it. Next one is energetic overgiving. What do I mean by this? If you have energetic leaks, for example, you overgive. For example, you are a coach or service provider, and you, instead of receiving, you overgive. You lower your prices. You just give, 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 give. You don't really set the price the way you want because you're afraid to actually receive the money. And so instead, what do? You discount everything and you overgive. If you are in this overgiving mode, it's a proving mode, and that is again coming from the lack of self-love, lack of self-worth. I want you to ask this question: why am I overgiving? What part of me still feels that I'm not good enough to receive? And why am I so freaking afraid to put this price up, to charge what I deserve? Why? And write down everything that comes up for you. Because what is actually energetic leak is that overgiving, that proving, because you're not able to hold that abundance. The wealth will come to you when you're able to hold it, and you're able to hold it when your system is not dysregulated. When you start freaking out that you just made 50K or 80K or 100K or 200K, and you start freaking out, your nervous system cannot actually hold this money. And because of that, you will sabotage it, and you won't even let that happen to your field. Everything is geometry. Everything is based on these codes that are actually in your field. And these codes are a reflection of your thoughts, your patterns, your paradigm, if you will. And that is dictating what you're experiencing in 3D reality. Wealth embodiment is not about the robotic affirmations or robotic identity shift. It's about full upgrade of your geometry, your frequency, and you are stepping into this new timeline where you are receiving with ease and flow. And this is exactly what my upcoming masterclass, The Art of Receiving, is about. This is actually a live workshop with me. We're going to dive deeper into how you can actually hold this multidimensional abundance and how you can start receiving it with ease. You can sign up. There is going to be a link in the description. And I'll see you in my next video.